We learned another very interesting fact about our product yesterday, and which is why I'm going to put this on camera. So this is our 1 ounce needle tip. This is what most mechanics love to have handy because it's so easy to use, get into tight spots. Put this down over here. Has a stainless steel tip applicator, so you can get right into those bearings, gears, spots, bolts, lug nuts, whatever you have to get off. It's great at freeing bolts. In all of our tests against the competition, against all the name brand competition that mechanics use in their shops, we excel. The second form factor of our product is the 2 ounce bottle. It's kind of greasy because I've been using it. If you don't see this in your reseller, ask them for it, because we do make this 2 ounce bottle available. It's great because it's got a fine spray, and you're going to see why it's great in a moment. And then the anchor of the line, which is our 16 ounce mechanics friend. This is the 16 ounce bottle. It's got an adjustable spray top, and you can actually refill our other bottles from this, so you're never out with your specific applicators. All right, so let's go. What I want to show you is what we do to grease. Now, we actually have a product that you can mix with grease to increase lubricity, reduce gumming, reduce solidifying. It actually helps grease maintain its optimum state while reducing friction even more with our patent pending component, which is in the AIM product. And that component is only 3 microns in length. A human hair is 100 microns wide. Our component is only 3 microns long, and it's got a reverse polarity. So when it attaches to the surface, it literally attaches to a surface like a magnet. It creates an ionic bond on the metal of the surface, or the surface of the metal. In addition, if there's heat involved, it's even better, because when metal hits a certain temperature, it changes polarity, and that's where a lot of products lose their grip and break down. Their microfilm coating just can't function. It breaks down. Ours doesn't. The polarity reverses, and it forms an actual serious bond with the metal. And so if you've got 2 metal parts that are hot, then they end up just sliding off of each other as opposed to grinding off of each other. But the other interesting thing about that component is, because of its size and its nature, by nature, attracts itself to metal. If you spray it on grease, it'll work its way through the grease to the metal, and I'll show you. I actually cleaned this yesterday. Damien, I can see the car in the hoist here, took this engine apart. He's doing a job on it. I'm not a mechanic, so if there's technical terms involved, you're not going to hear from me. I don't even know what this part is. I do know it was covered in grease and grime and dirt, and Damien was commenting that he can't put all these parts back in the car. They have to be cleaned. So I actually tried it on this side first, and as you can see, it's perfectly clean. So then I thought I'll do this side on camera. So you can see here, it's got a ton of grease, dirt, grime, you name it. Now, how would you normally clean this? Power wash it outside. Then, of course, you're putting all of this stuff into the environment. Brake cleaner, which is very popular with mechanics because it's kind of fast. But brake cleaner is so toxic. We won't use brake cleaner in our shop here. If it was used before, it was used outside. But it's very toxic. And it leaves the metal bare. Doesn't protect the metal. So let's try our product. All I'm going to do here, use our mist sprayer, because this is the best applicator for this job. I'm just going to spray this on. You can just see it going on here. Just spraying it on the grease. Remember, it's not toxic, so it's not going to hurt me. But the grease isn't going to like it in a minute. Okay, so that's good and saturated. Love my 2 ounce applicator. All right, now there's a couple of things we can do here. Now, when I did the other side, I actually let it sit for about 15 minutes, because as it's sitting, it's penetrating the grease. It's actually starting to liquefy the grease now. As you know, when you're trying to clean grease off of metal, just take a dry cloth, you're basically moving the grease around, and it takes a heck of a lot of elbow grease to get it off. So we can do a couple of things now with this. It's all nice and wet. We can just take a flat blade screwdriver, and you can just free up this grease and liquefy it some more. So you can just quickens the action. lots of grease here. So we're just stirring it around. There's some particularly crusty parts here around the edge. So we'll just run that down there. So again, you can do this. It's one way. The other way, get a steel cloth. That's actually better. This is the only one I have in the shop handy, but it'll work a little. So you can also do this. So this will work it in some more. The only problem is, of course, those bristles start spraying it everywhere. Don't do this with a white shirt on. Okay. Man, I can feel it on my arm. Yeah, it's getting all over the place. All right, so maybe that's not the best way to do this. Let me grab a rag now. Here we go. All right, so we sprayed it on. We moved it around a little. Let's see what happens. I'm going to get some of this heavy stuff off the bottom here. No grease. Gone. And the metal now has a protective coating. It's all on my rag. So we'll just go around this. Grease, gone. And the thing is, we haven't done this with a toxic product. So if there's other mechanics working in the shop right beside you, they're not breathing in something they shouldn't be. Just do this. Look at that. Gone and protected. Got all the edges here. This was really bad in here. Check this out. Heavy with grease in here. Not anymore. And this was without letting it sit and penetrate. This is just putting it on, stirring it up a little. Because there's some other spots here. So what I would probably do is get everything off that I can get off real easy. Get a new rag, because that was pretty much had it. Getting it on both sides with my fingers now. So you can see some corrosion in here, rust and corrosion. That's actually going to come off because it'll take some time, but our product will penetrate the rust and it will release from the surface, just like the grease just released. Another heavy spot here. Get this nice and shiny. Oh, another rough spot here. So you got a spot there where it didn't penetrate enough. Well, guess what? We just have to give that a shot. One shot like that. I'll just take my greasy screwdriver. Move some of that over there. Onto that rusty spot. And it's gone. Clean the inside, clean the other side, because I've got the other side wet now from my hands. Okay, there we go. Job is done. That surface is clean, ready to go back in the vehicle. It's lubed, it's protected. AIM is a lubricant, penetrant, protector, and now the mechanic's best cleaner. All the grease is gone. I can throw this away now. So your options are toxic brake cleaner, power washing in the environment, or AIM. Get yours today.